Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to draw this cute cream and berries cat's croissant. Let's go! First, let's draw a rough sketch. It's okay if it doesn't look good. It's called a sketch after all. I think this is roughly the shape I want, so let's make it a bit bigger. Now I'm going to draw over the sketch, slowly refining it over several passes. Added several contour lines. This will help establishing the form. Please remember that even though we're drawing in 2D, we still need to think in 3D. By doing so, it'll help us draw the lights and shadows later. Let's add some strawberries too. Now the cute cream cats. The kitties are done, sorta. Now I'm going to further refine the sketch. Now to redraw the outline with more details. Alright, the sketch is done. Set the layer to multiply. Make a new layer and put it beneath the sketch layer. Let's pick a desaturated light brown color. This will be our base color. It'll make it quicker. Just draw the outline first. Drag the color into the outline to fill it. Sometimes the fill in Procreate doesn't color everything perfectly, so you need to zoom in and fill in the empty spots. I'm a little lazy, so I put all the base colors in one layer. You don't have to do the same though. Feel free to use separate layers for your base colors. I generally use desaturated colors for the base colors because I'll add saturated colors later. Alright, this should do. Next, I'm making a new layer for this first shadows and set the layer to multiply. Now I pick colors which are slightly darker and more saturated for the shadows. The red arrows help me remember where the light is coming from. Knowing where the light is coming from helps in figuring out where the shadows lay. Don't forget to think in 3D. Shadows basically appear wherever the light is blocked by the form. Okay, the first shadows are done. Now I'm going to make a new layer beneath this one and set it to multiply. This will be the second shadows layer. Again, I'll be using a slightly darker and more saturated colors for this layer. As you guys can see, I'm layering my shadows so the first shadows look darker and more saturated. The cats look a little messy, so let's erase some bits. To quickly erase things, tap the select tool, circle the area, tap layers, then clear. It can be pretty useful to see what your overall picture will look like, especially when you often zoom in to work on the details. Okay, now onto my third shadows layers. Like before, make a new layer beneath the current one and set it to multiply. This time, I pick a lighter and more saturated color. Because this time, I'm going to color over all of it. It's almost sort of what I want, but not yet. Let's try experimenting with the layer settings. This happens often in digital art, so don't feel bad about taking the time to experiment with the settings or tools to get the effect you want, because chances are everyone does this. In this case, the lighting settings work, so let's use that. So now we have our croissant looking nice and colorful. Let's make the final shadow layer. Do the same as the previous shadow layers. This time I pick colors that are a bit lighter and a lot more saturated. Here you can also see me varying the pen pressure using lighter pressure to layer my shadows. This allows me to create a sort of gradient, so the transition between different values don't seem too abrupt. Alright, time for the refinement phase. Here I go back to the previous layers to tidy things up. Now it's time to work on the highlights. Create a new layer above all the shadow layers and set it to overlay. Here I pick lighter desaturated colors for the highlights. I'm also careful with the pen pressure here to build up layers of light art. Now time for the really bright areas. For this I pick color that's almost white. It's a good idea to be a bit more strategic about the placement of this bright highlight, because it tends to really draw the viewer's eyes. Now to add a little more details. I think it'll be nice to add a simple background here. And here you go, a cream and berries cat's croissant. Thank you for watching.